Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Comp, and we're back with another video here. For this video, I'm going to be going over the best settings you can have in Rocket League for 2024. Settings in Rocket League can be very important. Most settings are okay to have however you want, but when it comes to camera settings and your sensitivities, those are very important because there's certain things you want to see on your car to be able to hit the ball well. So to start off the settings here, we have gameplay. For gameplay, it's very customizable for the most part. You don't really want to change too much. You want to leave all these three on high because you want to be able to have the best connection possible, and having it on medium or low doesn't really benefit you whether your internet is not the best or if your internet's really good. For input buffer, you want to usually leave that at default. If you have stronger internet, you can use STS. If you have weaker internet, you can use CSTS to reduce latency. Force default team colors, you can leave that on, you can leave that off. I suggest leaving it on if you don't want to see different colors in private matches when you have your club in game and you're against another club, but it's all up to you at the end of the day. Now into the camera settings. For camera settings, there is ranges you want to follow for each one, and I will explain why. For camera settings, you really want to make it so you can see certain parts on your car, and so you can see around the field very nicely when you're seeing your opponents and your teammates. Start off here, you want to have camera shake off. You do not want camera shake. It is not good. It just makes your screen all shaky, and it just makes it not good. So for field of view, you want that between 108 and 110. That is usually the average that you can find for these camera settings. And if you are looking for average camera settings, you can go to liquipedia.com. I also put the link in the bio, and it has all your pros camera settings, and it has a little average of all the camera settings that you can find. Hey, Liquipedia, you like that little ad there? Hey, if you are looking to sponsor someone, you already know. Hey, I'm not saying anything. But you already know. For distance, you want that between 260 and 280. Height, you want that between 90 and 110. For height, if you have it any higher, you're not going to be able to aerial as well. Yeah, you might be able to see a lot, but when you're going up to control that ball in the air or going up to try and hit it in the air, it's going to be very hard to see the front of your car, so you don't really know where you're going to hit it. Have it too low, you're not going to be able to see the field as well. Angle, you want that between -5 and -3. Stiffness is very customizable for the most part. The lower you go, the more jiggly your camera is going to kind of feel. And the higher you go, the more stiff it's going to feel. So it's very up to you what you find works best for you. Swivel speed, that's when you're looking around with your camera. Usually that's between 6 and 9. Transition speed is when you turn off your ball cam and you turn it on, and how quickly it locks back in. That's usually around 1.3 to 1.6. Now into the control settings. My binds are a little weird. Binds are very customizable for the most part, whatever works for you. I do really suggest, though, putting your air roll to either L1 or R1. You can see here I have my arrow left on L1 or LB, and I have my arrow right on R1 or RB. So when it comes to sensitivities, I have pretty high sensitivities. You usually want your sensitivities to sit between 1 and 2.5. Any higher, it's going to feel too sensitive, and you're going to have to really pinpoint your movements. Controller dead zone depends on what controller you have. So if you have PlayStation, you want to put that all the way down to 0.05. If you do find you have stick drift, so if you're just driving without turning, but your car's turning, but you're not the one actually doing it, then you want to turn it up by 0.01 each time. So as you can see, I'm at 0.06 because I do have a little bit of stick drift. And if you're on Xbox controller, you want this to be between 0.15 and 0.3. Dodge dead zone is the same for both Xbox and PlayStation. You want that to generally be between 0.6 and 0.8. So when it comes to interface, this is another very customizable thing to what you feel is best for you. The only things you really want to look at is nameplate scale, because when you're in a game, you want to be able to see your opponents and see your teammates where they are. And sometimes it's hard to see by looking at their car, so you look at the nameplates. Generally, you want this between 130 and 160%. Nameplate mode, you want to keep this at default. Ball cam indicator and ball arrow, you want these checked off, because when you are at a ball cam, you want to be able to see where the ball is with the arrow, and you want to know if you're in ball cam or not. Video settings, this is very customizable, whether you have a high NPC, a lower NPC, if you're playing competitively. If you have a higher NPC and you're not playing competitively, put the settings to max. Very beautiful game when you have them at max. If you have a lower NPC, go for the performance settings. Because I play competitively, these are my settings. We have texture detail on quality, world, performance, particle detail, performance. But you already know we have to have some high quality shaders there. You know, we love some good high quality shaders. Like you just got to put it on. You have to. It makes it beautiful. Audio, very, very, very customizable to whatever your PC's like, how you have your volumes, whether you stream, you record, you know, make it good for you. These are my settings because I do stream, I do record, and these work perfectly for me. You know, we have to have a little bit of crowd in there because when you score, you want to hear some cheering, right? That's going to motivate you to score more goals. You score a goal and you hear the crowd going wild. Yeah, let me score some more so I can hear the crowd again. Chat settings, again, this is all up to you, what you want to use. These are my chat settings. If you want to turn voice chat on, you do it here. And if you want to put your mic so you can actually talk to people, if you put the voice chat on, you do it one below. So that was it for the best settings that you can use in 2024. I'm going to put my camera settings down in the description, so make sure you go check that out, along with all my socials, and I do coaching, so check that out as well. I'm going to post a link to Liquipedia also in the bio, where you can go check out tournament results, and you can check out pros camera settings. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications.